So that's the lineup for the first of the semi-finals tonight. There will be three, these two main semis, and then a last chance semi for those who didn't make it through on the first one. Simon Wigg, the outright favourite. Mitch Shearer right behind him in favouritism. Thomas Deere, Simon Cross, Vaclav Milik, Tony Briggs, Phil Crump, Gary Allen, Steve Lucero and Alice Trimmel. And this really will be the first test that Simon Wigg has had all night. Mitch Shearer in with him, making the semi. Let's see if Simon Wigg can be as dominant here as he has been in the heats, with Mitch Shearer at his side.
And it's Simon Wigg that gets the start. Simon Wigg followed by Simon Cross. England 1 and 2. Vaclav Milik from Czechoslovakia trying to work his way into third. Mitch Shearer, the flying Kiwi, moves into third. The top four go directly to the main event. Simon Wigg, the three-time world champion, picks up the last lap flag. Top four go to the main. Simon Cross second. Third spot is Mitch Shearer. Vaclav Milik winning in the fourth spot. Keep your eye on fourth. Tony Briggs and Vaclav Milik going at it for fourth. The race is for fourth. That's a transfer to the main event. Simon Wigg going to win it by a country mile. Wigg with the front wheel in the air takes the win.
And the big point of interest here is not the fact that Simon Wigg has won by a country mile, but that the first four go through to the final. So Wigg wins it from Cross, Shearer into third, having moved up from fifth, and Milik battling out fourth place. Looks like he's taken it. Wigg, Cross, Shearer, Milik all through. And the lineup for the second main semi. Stefan Danner, Chris Watson, Calvin Tatum, Kim Major has made it in, Rob Fortune, Timothy Hunter, Per Jensen, Andy Riley, Michael Hollow and Vince Kinchin. So most of the big guns going off in the first semi. The talent perhaps not as thick on the ground here. Look out for Calvin Tatum from England here. The English have shown strongly already. This the second semi.
Tapes are up here on semi number 2. Turn one, Stefan Dano and Chris Watson. Stefan Dano in front. Looks like Calvin Tatum out of turn 2 has moved to second. Chris Watson, the Australian rider, trying to get to the inside of Tatum. A good battle. Down the front straightaway once again, and it's a battle for the lead. Calvin Tatum from England has moved out in front. Stefan Dano, the Swede, running second. Chris Watson from Australia running in the third spot. Rob Fortune from England in the back of the field. Wheeling around the racetrack, but it's Calvin Tatum that'll pick up the last lap flag. Tatum in front, Dano second. Watson running in the third spot. Number 12, Andy Riley running in the fourth spot. Top four go to the main event. They're on the final lap. Into turn number 3, Calvin Tatum. And once again, Rob Fortune from England having his own wheelie contest in the back of the field. Checkered flag out, Calvin Tatum will win it. Dano second, Watson third, Riley fourth.
What a fabulous race from Kelvin Tatum of England, coming through from third place at one stage, managing to get by and right up to the lead. Absolutely unusual in Longtrack Speedway to make it to the front from there. Kelvin Tatum, Stefan Dano, Chris Watson, Andy Riley. That's the front four. Three of the four are Poms, and they all go through. So absolutely last chance in the last chance qualifier to get into the final of this event. Only the first two out of this field can go through. Tony Briggs, Thomas Deere, Steve Lucero, Jackie Major, Per Jensen, Timothy Hunter, Vince Kitchen, Michael Hollow and Rob Fortune. And you'll notice on their helmets, the visors there, they're the little pieces of plastic you see flashing through the air as they tear them off around the back straight on each lap. They have several layers of thin plastic there and they just pull them off. Because only two can go through, you'd have to pick Thomas Deere number 6 and Per Jensen number 7 out of this field to make it into the final.
All right, they're away. And it's a rocket of a start for number 6, the East German rider, Thomas Deere. 74, Gary Allen, up in the front of the field, but it's Thomas Deere, the leader, into turn number 3. Thomas Deere from East Germany onto the front straightaway. He's the leader. Rob Fortune battling for third and fourth. '74 Gary Allen in the second place. Trying to chase down the East German, Thomas Deere. Third position, 41, Tony Briggs. But only the top two go to the main event. And here it is, checker flag. Load him into the main event, Thomas Deere and Gary Allen.
Super race all the way around for Thomas Deere. Getting up there was Per Jensen in third, but got forced back, and Gary Allen, the Kiwi, comes through. So Thomas Deere and Gary Allen ahead of Tony Briggs is the finish order, which means Deere and Gary Allen go through to the final. To join 4 Englishmen, there are 2 New Zealanders. So there is the lineup for the final, and Simon Wigg of England must still be the absolute favourite, along with Mitch Shearer of New Zealand, whom I'm sure the crowd here would love to see win. Simon Cross, Vaclav Milik, Kelvin Tatum, Stefan Dano, Chris Watson, Andy Riley, Thomas Deere and Gary Allen. No less than 4 Englishmen in there.
But a lot of good blokes in the meeting tonight, and I've got a lot of respect for all of them, you know, and it's certainly not going to be easy, especially the final.
Right at the start of the night, you said that this fellow was going to be your hot opposition in the final. Does it still look that way?
Very much so, especially when he's out in front so far in the qualifying heats, doing a few wheelies for the crowd too. He is a very classy rider, but I'll be trying to knock him off his perch, you know. So
he's warming up here. That's Thomas Deere, number 6. W. Simon Wigg, 20 Simon Cross, 15 is Mitch Shearer, 11 is Vaclav Milik, 4 is Kelvin Tatum of England, 5 Stefan Dano, 30 Chris Watson, 12 Andy Riley, Deere, and then 74 Gary Allen. So where you draw is important. That big dash up to the first corner. Wait for it now as the tape goes up. The big final, the main event.